Good morning, students of class 5. I have already explained lesson number 2, Nani's Walk to the Park of Wordsworth English Reader. I have also discussed exercise A, state whether the following statements are true or false, and exercise B, that is answer the following question of comprehension. Today, I'll be starting with exercise C of comprehension, that is, rearrange the following sentences in the correct order of the events as they happen in the story. But, students, before I start this exercise, once again I'll read the lesson to you so that the sequence uh, comes to your mind and you know the correct order of events. You'll be able to arrange the sentences in a better manner. So I'll read. Please listen to me carefully. Nani's walk to the park. Once a week, Nani goes to the park. Today, Venki wants to go with her. I walk slowly, says Nani, and I take my time getting there. I don't mind, says Venki. So Nani picks up her shopping bag and starts to cross the road. But Nani, says Venki, the park is that way. We'll go this way, says Nani, through the lanes of treasures. The lane of treasures. What a wonderful name for the market. The shops here sell everything. When Nani finishes shopping, Venki points to a gate and asks, "Shall we take a shortcut, Nani? We'll be at the park in no time." "No," says Nani. "We'll go through the lane of beauty." In the lane of beauty, the people did amazing gotdis. A lady gives Nani a gotdi in which Venki sees a piece of her favorite sari and a bit of his ma's kurta. "Shall we go to the park now?" asks Venki. "Yes," says Nani. "We'll take the lane of happiness." "Come, come," Nani calls softly, and Venki laughs as dogs and cats tumble out from everywhere. Nani pours the milk she bought at the market, and they watch as the animals lick their bowls clean. Venki doesn't want to leave the lane of happiness, but Nani reminds him that they are on their way to the park. Next, Nani and Venki walk through a lane behind the little school. The children are playing Langdi, Lagori, and Sakli. "Is this the lane of noise?" asks Venki. "No, it is the lane of mischief. It reminds me of you and your friends," laughs Nani. "Have you named all the lanes in the city?" asks Venki. "Not all," smiles Nani. "Only the ones that are important to me. The park is not far now, but you will have to be a little patient. I want to stop at the lane of friendship." In the lane of friendship, Nani visits a dear friend. They were girls together and they have grown old together. They whisper and they giggle. Then Nani gives her friend a hug and says, "It is time to leave. We will now walk through the lane of dreams." The lane of dreams has more books than Venki's school library. The booksellers sell old books for very little money and buy the ones people have finished reading. Nani chooses a book and says, "Let's go. We are almost at the park now." And they walk down the lane of magic. Venki looks up at the big trees that offer shade and feels a cool breeze. Nani shows him Gulmohar, Amaltas, and Jarul trees. The flowers on the road look like a magic carpet. At last, they are at the park. It has been a long time since they left home. Venki looks around and thinks of all the people and places he has seen that morning. "I like your lanes, Nani," he says. "May I come with you next week too?" So, students, this was the lesson. Now, we'll start with exercise C of comprehension on page number 13. Now, those of you who have got books, please turn to page number 13. Rearrange the following sentences in the correct order of the events as they happen in the story. Now, once again, you have listened to the story, so you will be able to solve this exercise correctly. Now, all the sentences are not in the correct order. Now, we'll have to go through the sentences and find the one which will come first. First, let's read the sentences as they are given in an incorrect order. Nani feeds milk to the animals in the lane of happiness. No, this was not the first this thing. Nani then went to the lane of dreams and chose a book for herself. No, again, this too she had done after going through many lanes. Nani and Venki reached the park at last. This was towards the end of the stories. So, a lady gives Nani a gochdi in the lane of beauty, in which Venki saw a piece of her favorite sari and a bit of his mother's kurta. Now, this was the second lane. Lane of beauty was the second lane which they went. Nani showed Venki the Gulmohar, Amaltas, and Jarur trees in the lane of magic. Now, this was the last lane. Before going to the park, they had gone to this lane. They then went to the lane of mischief, which reminded Nani of Venki and his friends. No, this was the fourth lane. Huh? First, they went to lane of treasures, then they went to lane of dreams, then they went to lane of happiness, and lane of mischief was the fourth lane. Venki wanted to go with Nani to the park. This was, this will be the first line, isn't it? We'll arrange it after reading the sentences. Venki looked around and thought of all the people and places he had seen that morning. He asked Nani if he could come with her the following week too. Students, this was the concluding paragraph of the lesson. So I believe this will come in the last number. Nani met and hugged a friend in the lane of friendship. Now, lane of friendship was the fifth lane they visited. The first was lane of treasures, second was lane of dreams, third was lane of happiness, then lane of mischief, then lane of friendship, lane of dreams, and lane of magic, and finally they reached the park. And last is Nani first went to the lane of treasures. So now this is the incorrect order. Now we'll be arranging the sentences in the first. So the seventh one will be the first one. So students, if you want, you can note down. Else, I'll be posting it in Snap Homework also. So the first sentence would be the seventh one. Venki wanted to go with Nani to the park. Now, which will come in the second? Second will, first they went to lane of treasures. This was the first lane. The second, 10th one will come on second. Nani first went to the lane of treasures. So, till now, our order will be Venki wanted to go with Nani to the park. That is the seventh one. It will come in the first place. And the 10th sentence, 10 number sentence will come in the second place. That is Nani first went to the lane of treasures. Then, after reading the story, the third lane, the second lane was the lane of beauty. So, you can see the fourth one. A lady gave Nani a gochdi in the lane of beauty, in which Venki saw a piece of her favorite sari and a bit of his mother's kurta. The second lane they visited was lane of beauty. So, as per the sequence, Venki wanted to go with Nani to the market. Then Nani first went to the lane of treasures. So now the fourth one will come in the third place. That will be a lady gave Nani a gochdi in the lane of beauty, in which Venki saw a piece of her favorite sari and a bit of her mother's kurta. So this fourth one will come in the third sentence. Now, after lane of beauty, they went to lane of happiness. So here the first one is Nani feeds milk to the animals in the lane of happiness. So the first sentence will come in the fourth sequence. That will be Nani feeds milk to the animal in the lane of happiness. So keep in mind, first Venki wanted to go to the park with Nani. Then they went to, first they went to lane of treasures. Then they went to lane of beauty. Then they went to lane of happiness. So, Nani feeds milk to the animals in the lane of happiness. This will come in the fourth sentence. Now, fifth number. Then, fifth was in this. Then they went to the lane of mischief, which reminded Nani of Venki and his friends. Now, after passing through the lane of happiness, they came to lane of mischief. So, the sixth one will come in the fifth sentence. They then went to the lane of mischief, which reminded Nani of Venki and his friends. Now, the sixth one, and after lane of mischief, they went to lane of friendship, where Nani had met her friend. So, the ninth sentence will be in the sixth place. Nani met and hugged her friend in the lane of friendship. Then, now in the seventh place, after lane of friendship, they went to the lane of dreams, where old books were sold. So, the second one will come in the seventh place. Nani then went to the lane of dreams and chose a book for herself. This will be the seventh sentence. Now, eighth one. After lane of dreams, they came to lane of magic. So, fifth sentence. Nani showed Venki the Gulmohar, Amaltas, and Jarul trees in the lane of magic, which were shedding flowers, and it looked like a magical carpet. Now, the eighth one. After lane of magic, they had reached the park. So, the third uh, sentence will come in the eighth place. That will be Nani and Venki reached the park at last. And our last 10 sentence will be the eighth one. Now, Venki looked around and thought of all the people and places he had seen that morning. He asked Nani if he could come with her the following week too. So, this was the correct order. Now, once again, I'll read the order. If you want, you can note it down also. First sentence would be the seventh one. Venki wanted to go with Nani to the park. Then 10th sentence will be in the second place. Nani first went to the lane of treasures. Third sentence will be the fourth one. A lady gave Nani a gotdi in the lane of beauty, in which Venki saw a piece of her favorite sari and a bit of his mother's kurta. Now, the first sentence will come in the fourth place. That will Nani feeds milk to the animals in the lane of happiness. Then the fifth sentence will be the sixth one. They then went to the lane of mischief, which reminded Nani of Venki and his friends. Now, the ninth sentence will come in the sixth place. Nani met and hugged her friend in the lane of friendship. Then, the second sentence will come in the seventh place. That is, Nani then went to the lane of dreams and chose a book for herself. Then, the fifth sentence will come in the eighth place. Nani showed Venki the Gulmohar, Amaltas, and Jarul trees in the lane of magic. Then the third sentence will come in the ninth place. That is, Nani and Venki reached the park at last. And last 10th sentence will be the eighth one. Venki looked around and thought of all the people and places he had seen that morning. He asked Nani if he could come with her the following week too. Students, if you arrange it in correct order, it will be like a summary of the story also. So, you just have to remember the correct sequence of lanes. First was that Venki wanted to go to the park. Then just keep in mind, remember the lanes. First was they went to lane of treasures. Second, they went to lane of beauty. Third, they went to lane of happiness. Fourth, they went to lane of mischief. Fifth, they went to land of friendship. Sixth, they went to land of dreams. And seventh was lane of magic. And last, they reached the park where Venki thought of all the places and people he had met since morning. I hope this is clear to you. Now, let's frame sentences. Let's try to frame sentences on some of the wow words. Our first word is mischief. Our first word is mischief. 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 Mischief means naughtiness. What does mischief means? Naughtiness. Now, the sentence on mischief, one sentence I'll tell you. and one you have to make on your own. Raj's eyes sparkle with mischief. My sentence is Raj. In Raj, you have to put apostrophe S. So Raj to show possession. Raj's eyes sparkle with mischief. And don't forget to put a full stop at the end of the sentence. Remember, keep in mind that you have to start a sentence with a capital letter and end with a full stop. So my first sentence is Raj's eyes sparkle with mischief. The spelling of sparkle is Sparkle. Now, my second word is whisper. Spelling of whisper Whisper. And whisper means to speak in a very low voice, speak very softly. Now, again, I'll frame one sentence for you. I spoke to my friend in a whisper. I spoke to my friend in a whisper. Again, I'm repeating. I spoke to my friend in a whisper. Now, my third word is treasure. Spelling of treasure is Treasure. And treasure means valuable thing, a thing which is very valuable to you. So again, I'll frame a sentence on treasure. Knowledge is a treasure. Knowledge, spelling of knowledge, Knowledge. Now, knowledge is a treasure, but practice is the key to it. My sentence is knowledge is a treasure, but practice is the key to it. Knowledge K would be capital because we are starting the sentence, and at the end, please put a full stop. My fourth word is giggle. Giggle means to laugh lightly. Sentence on giggle is both girls begin to giggle. Both girls begin to giggle. Both girls begin to giggle. My fifth word is patient. My fifth word is patient. Patient. Your patient has got two meaning, children. One is tolerant and one who requires a treatment from the doctor. But here I'll be using both the words in the sentence. But remember, keeping in mind that we have to frame sentence on patient, which means tolerant, to be able to accept or tolerate delay. So I'll be using both the word patient in the single sentence. The doctor is very patient with his patients. Now look at the difference between the meaning of both the two words. They are coming in the same sentence but having different meanings. The doctor is very patient with his patients. Now, my first patient means tolerant. The doctor is tolerant with his patients, means all those people which are under his treatment, which are undergoing his treatment, those are patients. But here, the patient means is tolerant. So, the sentence is the doctor is very patient with his patients. Again, I'm reminding here, I've used two patients in a single sentence, but then with different meanings. So, one patient is being tolerant, and the other patient is people who are under treatment of a doctor, who need medical treatment. Those people are also known as patient. Now, my sixth word is remind. Remind means to cause to remember. In case if you forget anything, you have to be reminded to do that work so that you don't forget it. Now, remind. She will forget to complete her work if I do not remind her. Again, I am repeating. She will forget to complete her work if I do not remind her. She will forget to complete her work if I do not remind her. Now, my seventh uh, is not a word, but it's a phrase which also I have taken from this lesson only. In no time. In no time means quickly. I've used a phrase for a sentence, and in no time means quickly. So the sentence will be the children ate their dinner in no time. The children ate, that is ate, ate. The children ate There. And their spelling is Their. Remember, Their, we use it with the person, and THERE, we use it with a place. So the children ate their dinner in no time. Here, THEIR is a pronoun. So the children ate THEIR, their dinner in no time. The children ate their dinner in no time. Students, I'll once again revise the words and sentences. First word was mischief. And sentence on mischief was Rat's eyes sparkle. Sparkle means to shine. Rat's eyes sparkle with mischief. Second word was whisper. I spoke to my friend in a whisper. Third word was treasure. Knowledge is a treasure, but practice is the key to it. My fourth word was giggle. Both girls began to giggle. My fifth word was patient. The doctor is very patient with his patients. Remember, I have used two patients in a single sentence, but both with different meanings. The doctor is very patient with his patients. Sixth, remind. She will forget to complete her work if I do not remind her. 7. I've used a phrase for a sentence in no time. The children ate their dinner in no time. Hope these sentences are clear to you, and try to frame sentences on your own. If you know the meaning, you can easily frame simple sentences on your own. Now, students, we'll be doing language structure. Now, the first exercise of language structure is about synonyms. About synonyms. Synonyms, what are synonyms? Now, synonyms are words which have the same meaning. Synonyms are words which have the same meanings. Example, thief, bugler. Both are same, but you can either call a thief or a bugler. Both have the same meaning. Angry, furious. Again, both the words are having the same meaning. So words having same meanings are known as synonyms, while words with opposite meanings are known as antonyms. So children, in this exercise A, complete the following sentences using synonyms of the word given in the help box. So there are 10 words given in the help box. First, we'll try to frame their synonyms. So easier for you to use them in the sentences. So first we'll frame them. We'll find synonyms for them. So if you have, if you want, you can note down also. Now, my first word is feeble. Feeble synonym is weak. A person who's very weak, not strong in structure, is known as feeble. So the synonym of feeble is weak. Please write down if you want, else I'll be again putting it in snap homework. Feeble, Feeble, feeble means weak. Both are synonyms. Next word is pal. Pal, pal means a friend. The synonym of pal is friend. Next word is narrate. Narrate means tell. Narrate means to tell. You narrate a story, you tell a story. Next word is strong. Strong means powerful. Strong means powerful. Uh, Powerful, the antonym of powerful can be seen in the word that is feeble. So you can go vice versa also. Then next word is hastily. Hastily means quickly. Hastily synonym is quickly. Next word is breadth. Breadth means the width. Length and breadth you must have studied in maths. So synonym of breadth is width. Then my next word is help. Help is synonym is assistance, which is already given in the first blank. Assistance is already mentioned. Now, next word is open. Open here, there are again two meanings. One is you open something, and one is open means you do not hide anything. So that is known as frank. Here, the synonym of open is frank. Now, next word is cunning. Cunning means clever. Cunning means clever. And the last word is odor. Odor is generally we call odor you bad smell. And if you happen to smell something good, that is known as fragrance. But generally, bad smell is known as smell or odor. Now, since we know the synonyms of these words, now we'll be solving the exercise. First word is, remember we have to use the synonyms of the word given, not the same words, but the synonym of the words. And for this, you need to be clear with the meanings. First is she could finish her work due to my. Actually, the word would be help, but then you have to keep in mind you don't have to write help. You have to use the synonym of the word help. So the word will be assistance. So she could finish her work due to my assistance. Now, the second sentence is my grandfather has become, as per this table, feeble word would come. But then we have to keep in mind, we have to use the synonym of feeble. So the word would be weak. My grandfather has become weak. And the spelling of weak is W-E-A-K, not W-E-E-K. That's for weekdays. So don't get confused. Here we have to use the spelling W-E-E-A-K. Now, my third sentence is what is the dash of this box? Now, breadth will come, but then we don't have to use the word breadth. We have to use the synonym of breadth, and that is width. So, what is the width of this box? Now, fourth sentence. I'm very dash with my mother. Open. Generally, we all don't hide anything from our mother. So, we are open with her. But then the synonym of open is frank. So, the spelling of frank is Frank. I am very open with my mother. Fifth sentence is Anisha is my friend. But then the synonym of friend is pal. That is Pal. Now, the sixth sentence is the fox is a very cunning animal. Now, use the synonym of cunning is clever. So, the word will be the fox is a very clever animal. Now, seventh sentence. A very bad odor was coming from the room. Now, odor synonym is smell. So, we will be using a very bad smell was coming from the room. Eighth sentence. They came to dash a story. Narrate. Generally, we use the word narrate when we tell a story. So, the synonym of narrate is tell. So, they came to tell a story. The synonym of tell is narrate. Ninth, King Bikram was very strong. So, the synonym of strong is powerful. King Bikram was very powerful, and spelling of powerful is Powrful. Powrful. 10 sentences. She can complete any given task. What was the word given in the box? Last word, hastily. So, synonym of hastily means quickly. She can complete any given task quickly. Now, students, that's all for today. But a little bit of homework for you. You try to find the meaning of certain words, which obviously I'll be telling you the meanings. Try to find the meaning on your own. I'll give you 6 words now, and that exercise we'll be doing it in our next class. The first word is conceal. Spelling is Conceal. Conceal. Try to find the meaning of the word conceal using a dictionary. If you don't have a dictionary, you can always use your mobile. From Google, you can type meaning of conceal and you'll get the meaning. Please write down so that when I explain, and it will be like a small homework for you. Second word is deceive. 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 Third word is cautious. Cautions. Cautions. Fourth word is eminent. 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 Fifth word is drowsy. 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 And sixth word is abrupt. B for ball. ABRUPT. ABRUPT. So students try to find their meanings and write down so that when I do this exercise tomorrow, it will be easier for you to understand. This will also enhance your vocabulary. Hope whatever I explained was clear to you.